Hey, it's Chris again with C&H Auto Accessories coming from Margate, hot Margate, Florida. And what do we have today? Well, we have the most popular selling small truck out there, the Ford Maverick. And what did we do with it? Well, we did two things. We did a bed liner and we did the Undercover Armor Flex. Now, I've been doing a lot of videos with the Maverick and I have not done the Undercover Armor Flex on this truck yet. As you know, we do it on a lot of trucks, but this is the first time doing the video for this. But before we get started, if you have questions, that is our telephone number. Now, of course, you can ask questions at the bottom of this YouTube video. Now, one thing I need to mention there, for some reason, people think these are my personal vehicles because they'll send me messages. Can you walk outside and measure this or measure that? I said, once this video is done, the customer's taking their truck. I can't walk outside and do all these measurements for you because it's not my truck. So keep that in mind when you're sending me out questions of that nature. So come on over here. And again, this is the Ford Maverick here. It's one of the brand new ones out there. And before we get started on how everything works, Caleb, take a good view of everything. First thing I want you to notice is how low profile the cover. It sits in the bed. It's super clean looking, all right? Now this is, again, the Undercover Armor Flex. Now the Armor Flex is referring to the Line X put on top of this. The Line X basically is gonna make this more scratch resistant. Just if you Line X your bed or something like this, it's the same concept. So if you're putting stuff on here, it's not gonna scratch as much and it's gonna be more durable over the years. Now, I'll go over a few things about the cover. It has a 400-pound weight capacity, and that's quite a bit, by the way, and that is evenly distributed throughout the cover. Also, it's going to come with a 5-year manufacturer warranty. Now, the good news is the customer has to do the installation today. We're doubling that warranty through our Real Truck program, so it goes to 10 years. So, terrific warranty. So that covers the parts. Now, that warranty is between the end user, which is the customer, and the manufacturer. Now we go ahead and we put a labor agreement on here for 1 year. It basically covers everything we have done today. So if it needs adjustments down the road, things of that nature. Now, if you look here on the metal part that's not Line X, it is a matte finish. So that finish will match the truck really nice. Now, another thing I want you to do is I want you to take a look on how tight this is right here. As you can see, this is super tight. I'm trying to get my hand in there. And why is that important? Well, for two reasons. One is the tighter this is here and the better it is on the sides, it's better for keeping Mother Nature out. Now, it's not a waterproof cover. It is a water-resistant cover because none of them are waterproof. I get questions of this nature all the time. First thing is it waterproof? I go, no. Oh, the guy at the other place said it was. And I go, the other guy's lying to you. He's trying to make the sale. I'm telling you the truth. If you go to the manufacturer's website, they're not going to say they're waterproof. They're going to say weather resistant or water resistant. Now this one's one of the better ones, and I'll go over why. First thing was how tight this is here. So let's go ahead and open this up. Now, what's another nice feature of this cover, you have a release mechanism on the driver's side and the passenger side. So wherever you're standing, you can open this up. Now if you look here, here is a double seal here. And again, that's going to do a better job of keeping the water out. When I close it on that tailgate, it's going to seal it really nice. Now, if you look here, there's a good seal here. Now, what's nice about this cover versus some of the other covers out there, a lot of covers don't have a drainage system. That is this part right here. So if water was to get past the seal, it would just go right into the bed. This company puts a drainage system, so if anything was to get past this, it catches it and drains it out. And I'll show you where the drainage tubes are in that as well. Now, when you have a Maverick, you're getting a very small bed. So you don't have a lot of room in this bed. So what's nice about this cover, it's going to give you full access to the bed. Now you can drive with it partially open and you can lock it in place. This way, if you're on the highway, you do not have to worry about the wind catching this. Now you do want to do it both sides. For the video, I'm only doing one side. So when it's not in use, this comes up here and locks in here. Now, the best part about this is the third fold. Now as it's up here, you got a nice little locking mechanism right here. And now, again, you get two supports. You got to use both sides. Now, remember I told you about the drainage system. Now, usually there are holes in the beds, and usually they're up here. The hole in the Maverick is down here. That's a factory hole underneath the bed liner. And we basically wanted to use a factory hole. We didn't want to add a new hole. Now, we also put this bed liner here. It's a DuraLiner. And it's a really nice bed liner. I like this a lot. And again, it protects the bed, does exactly what it does. Not a lot to say about it, but it's a good product. Now, let's go back to the cover. When this is up like this will act as a headache rack. Now, if you're not familiar with that term, you'll see a lot of commercial vehicles and they put a rack right behind the rear window. So if they have big, tall items in the back and they hit the brakes and everything comes flying forward, it would protect the window from getting damaged. When this is up, this acts as a headache rack. And basically the only time you would need it as a headache rack is when you have something big in here. So other times it'll be down and low. Now the mechanism here, easy to use. You just push a little button, comes right out. See, nothing too complicated. And there's a little tiny locking mechanism here. And again, you go to close it. Nice and easy. By the way, your serial number is right there when you're doing the warranties for these. Okay. You hear it lock in place, you know it's working good. And again, now usually the best thing to do is to lock both sides here. You want to do both here. Sorry, there you go. It's a tight fit, it's brand new. Okay, so, but I'm leaving the bloopers in anyways. Super tight fit. Again, look how nice these two match up. I mean, it looks like it came from Ford. Great product. I've been selling Undercover for probably about 15 to 20 years. I lost track of how many years, but a long time. It is owned by Real Truck. And I do like Real Truck, even though sometimes it's hard to get someone on the phone from Real Truck. So if you're buying this and you're installing it yourself, if you have questions, if you bought it from me, call me. It's a little easier to get a hold of me or and my master text Caleb on the phone, or Buddy, or any of us can answer your questions. Sometimes you might call Real Truck and they don't, selling to you, they're quick. But when it comes to questions, maybe not so much. So if you buy from us, we'll walk you through anything like where the drainage tubes would be and stuff of that nature that might not be in the directions, which a lot of times they're not. We can help you out. And that's, again, prices are the same. And speaking of price, I'll put a link at the bottom of this YouTube video so you can check the pricing on this and if you want it shipped and stuff. Again, I'm Chris with C&H Auto Accessories. This is a review of two things: the Undercover Armor Flex with a Undercover Bedliner on a brand new Ford Maverick. And don't forget, like and subscribe. Thank you.